So, Jason, what kind of challenges do you think this matchup presents? Obviously, you're really familiar with this team, familiar with the opponent, familiar with players. What's going to kind of be the key for you guys to have success?
I mean, everybody knows that, the talent that they have and that, it's not a traditional 7-seed team. They had some ups and downs this year, but, for the most part, got their full team and, they're really good, well coached. They got some great players, obviously. I'm just looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Should be very exciting. So we're ready for it.
Is it harder to kind of look at them when their season was so in and out with Kyrie missing games and KD being hurt and they made trades? Is it harder to get a gauge of who they are? Do you feel like you have a sense of it after watching them more recently?
No, I think you got a better idea. When Sunday comes, we're not going to be worried about, how many games they missed. You just got to play the team that they got. Those guys are back now, and they've been playing together for a while. So, that's the team that we're expected to play.
And just early on in your career, how did Kyrie help you here? Just kind of even on the court and off, adjusting to the rhythm, NBA life. What were the ways you kind of leaned on him early in your career?
Yeah, he helped me out a lot. Those first 2 years, just kind of watching, a superstar. I got to see him every day, see how he worked on his body and prepared for games and things like that. And, learn what to do, learn some things what not to do. And, he'll be the first to tell me that, I could just, learn from the encounters that we had. And obviously we've talked and some things that he probably, he told me he wish he would have done differently, but I think that's just part of life. Nobody's perfect, and you just gotta move on from it as you get older.
Jason, you say he's told you some things he wishes he had done differently. Can you share any of that?
No, I don't really want to get into all of that.
Okay. KD is somebody you pointed to from the time you were very young. You've got to know him. He's encouraged you over the years. Getting to go on the floor against him in a series like this, just what does that mean to you?
I guess not trying to make it a, one-on-one thing. Obviously, everybody know who Kevin is and, the things he's accomplished and what he brings to this game. But, it's a team sport. And, obviously he's, the focal point of their team. And, we got to compete and game plan and things like that to, make it tough for him. It's a tough task, but, looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. I think playoffs, it's that time of the season. Myself, the rest of the guys, just excited. I had a really good season and, just trying to carry that momentum into postseason.
KD's one of the most scheme-proof guys out there. He can pretty much do anything no matter what you throw at him. So going up against him in the playoffs last year, playing with him on Team USA, what did you learn about how you want to become that guy, especially when you look at how they won the game last night where they were just doubling him and he just knew how to pass out of it. And that's something that you've gotten really good at.
I think, him obviously been doing it for a long time. Just the way he reads the game. It's always just about making the right play. Obviously he's capable and tall enough that, he can shoot every time and shoot over the double teams. But, from playing against him in the playoffs and, with Team USA, just he's just always willing to make the right play. And, somebody with that skill level and, at his height, presents a challenge. And I think, we all know that.
Last year's series, you guys were really banged up going against them. You had to really put the team on your back. How different does it feel coming into the series this year where the team is much more deeper and built around you, and you guys know how to play through you and through JB a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, you just said it. Last year we was banged up and JB was out and Kemba half the series. All those guys was healthy over there. And it was just different. And I think now this year we've had a better season. We got everybody but Rob. Just much more full strength than last year. So, I guess we feel a lot better about ourselves than we did last playoffs.
Jayson, you said obviously it's a team game, but you're the central figure that had a stake here. How much of a challenge do you look forward to this, playing against two top players doing Hall of Famers, and you trying to prove that you're the best team, and then you're the best dude on the best team? I mean, that it seems like you've been motivated by these challenges this year, that you're you've got much respect for those guys, but you want to prove you're the best dude on the floor.
Yeah. I think more so excited, for the opportunity and, the opportunity in front of us and, what I feel like we're capable of doing. I'm not necessarily going into it, trying to prove anything. Obviously I know who they have on their team and who we got. And I know how competitive it's going to be and how much fun this is going to be. And, honestly, just the mindset of just trying to go win one game at a time and play the right way and compete as hard as I can. And I'm sure the rest will take care of itself.
I don't know if we've talked to you since Robert got hurt, but what's the process of been like of playing without him?
We definitely miss him. He's so important to our team on both ends of the floor. So everybody's just trying to adjust and pick up the slack, when he's not out there.
Jayson, how do you view the possibility that Ben Simmons could return in this series when, he hasn't been out there with this team or at all this year? How do you kind of prepare for a guy like that if he does play?
Honestly, if that happens, we cross that bridge when we get there. But right now we just focusing on the guys that they got available, at this moment.
Jayson, the last couple of times you beat them at full strength, you put up 50-plus points. I guess how much are you kind of conscious that not necessarily score 50, but you do got to go get buckets during this playoff series?
I'm aware of, obviously the last time we played them. And it's not something I like, go out and, I'm going to score 50 today. It's just the flow of the game. Obviously, it's transition buckets, a lot of free throws, some rhythm threes. And then obviously when you get it going, the game just opens up and, you get in that mode, where you hit some big shots, some tough ones. I've been in that zone handful of times. So when it happens, but it's not something I, plan for.
Thank you, Jayson.